Do you feel the vibes?
Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, I want to talk about something that I've had issues with in the past, just because it can be a complicated process. But before we get into that, let's look at our fortune today. Our fortune is, how many surrealists does it take to change a light bulb? 2, 1, to hold the giraffe, and the other to fill the bathtub with brightly colored machine tools. I don't get it. Sad to say, I don't get it, but that's okay. A little update for you guys. I am now married, and I ship out to boot camp on the 10th. I'm very excited. So there will be a long delay in between videos until after tech school and I'm situated when I'm stationed. My goal is going to be the week after I'm stationed to make a video. I'll have time to think of ideas. Right now I am struggling with that. So thank you guys for being patient, watching, and understanding the realism of life. So today I'm going to be talking about how to learn to code. I've seen so many videos of people trying to tell you how to learn to code, and I'm going to tell you what has worked best for me. Number one is research, right? So, I'm going to start learning a new language, just to show proof of concept while this loads up. There we go. All right, I'm going to show proof of concept. So, first, let's take this down. Let's go here, and let's CD desktop. All right, nothing's there. Cool, actually. All right, we are going to make a directory called learning to, actually, we'll go into our programming. Right, and I have all of these in here. And I don't know how to code all of these. These are just things, my goals to learn. I know Bash, Basic, some JavaScript, and Python. I don't know all of those, but I want to learn, hold on. I want to learn C++, right? So we're going to CD, C++. Nothing's in there. Now we're going to touch a file of ideas, right? And then we will echo and figure out what we want to do. So we'll look up, what can you do with C++, right? A simple question, general purpose program coding languages used in developing browsers, operating systems, and applications, as well as in-game programming, software engineering, data structures, etc. Let's dig a little bit deeper into this, right? It's object-oriented language, which means that the main focus is on objects and manipulations around these objects. This makes it much easier to manipulate code, unlike procedural or structural programming, which requires a series of computational steps to be carried out. Speed. When speed is a critical metric, C++ is the most preferred choice. The compilation and execution time of C++ program is much faster than the general purpose programming languages. It's compiled, so that means you get an output file and you run the output file. You can't run the code directly like you do Python, right? Python, I can just do Python and then run whatever Python script I'm going to do. So I need an idea of something to code, and then I'm going to keep you guys posted as long as I can on my progress for coding. So let's see. And it's closer to hardware. I've seen that. Closer to hardware just means that you have levels to programming languages, right? You have top, which is like furthest away, which means easiest for user to understand, harder for computer to decipher, right? And then you have like a mid, which is kind of the middle grounds. Both easy, well, it's not technically easy, but easier for the computer to understand, slightly more difficult. See, I can't spell. Difficult for user to understand. Right, and then you have low, and basically that's computer only most of the time, i.e. binary, and so C++, C#, and C++ are all mid-ground things. Mid, top level is like Python, Ruby, I believe. No, we'll do HTML, Java, those are top level, and then bottom is, the only one I can think of is binary. So that is what those things are. You can pause and take a picture of this, or I will put a better explanation of it in the description. So I want to learn C++, or how about, no, yeah, I want to learn C++ because I want to create applications. So, yeah, that's what I want. So let's go here. And what kind of application do I want to create? Well, my mom has this issue, right? She records all of her church, like all the church services, she records them. And they are 3GPP files, right? A 3GPP file is a video file format in 3G enabled devices. Yeah. So, she needs to convert that to MP4, but she's not really tech savvy. No offense, Mom, if you're watching this, no offense. But she's not really tech savvy. So, I want to create an application where she can just select her files, right? Click, 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 click. Like she opens it, she goes control, click, 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 open, and it automatically converts them to MP4 format so that she can post them on her YouTube video, or like her YouTube channel. I believe that's what she wants to do. So, I need to work on that. So what I need to do, right, now comes the research part. So we will echo figure out what you want to code. And then, just so you guys know, the double arrow means append. A single arrow means overwrite. That's why I do double arrow. Then you need to figure out the limitations of your programming language, right? And then you need to figure out how to create a simple calculator within that language, right? The reason I always do a calculator is because it goes over the three basic things you need to know, which is user input, right? User input, computational, well, it's actually four things, but we'll get to that. Computational, we'll do arithmetic, no, figuring out equations, variables, and how to run your program. Right, those are the four main things you need to do. And anything else, what I do when I'm coding is anything else I don't know after these three things, I just look up. So if I don't know how to, let's say how to divide in C++ program, right? Okay, I know I need to use the backslash. It's pretty universal, but as an example, if you don't know how to do something, you just look it up and then learn from there. And I don't suggest just copying and pasting something from Stack Overflow, because if you just copy and paste, right? All right, that's my issue. This one doesn't have an answer. Let's see, 0 answers, 0 answers, 3 answers. Okay, here we go. If I just go like this, whoop, right? Control copy, and then go to my script, paste it, right? Okay. I can see here that DF is equal to this list. I actually think that's a dictionary. But anyway, I can see here that it's equal to no, it's a list. Yeah. I can see here that it's equal to a list, right? But what is Apple Map and things like that? So you need to figure out how to reverse engineer the code to work with your variables and output needs, right? If I if I sublime this, right, I can give an example of that. So this right here, right, I got this off of Stack Overflow, but I had to change this name because it said, I forget what it said, but I had to change it to match what I needed, right? And then I learned how returns work, like return statements work in Bash, right? A return statement returns the code of the finished, like the code of the code ran. So if you see here, I have status, right? And the status 130. Okay, I can concur that status 130 is control C, right? I control C'd this command, right? If I hit it again, it'll just keep saying it. And then I do clear, it'll go to 0. 0 means successful. And then most of the time, anything other than 0 is unsuccessful, right? So that's my status. So I learned that return statements output the status of whatever function or commands you have running for it. that's what that is right there, right? That's how that works. That's the status. It can work in other ways, but for what I needed, that's how I learned that. So you look up something, right? How to get user input for a integer in C++, right? Using sin. Oh, what is that, right? Let's find a Stack Overflow question here. Okay, so int read number, blah, 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 right? And then you go down here and you're like, oh, well, boom, let me just copy and paste this and put it in there. But you have to call main and then you can use it. So it's just, you got to figure out what you want to do with the code, and then from there you figure out how to run your code, right? So what I'm going to be doing is, let's see, best C plus, actually, we'll do this. How to compile C code in Kali Linux terminal. Right, we'll figure that out. Okay, here we go. How to run C and C++ into Kali Linux, right? That's the first thing you need to know how to do, is run your C code, right? I think I'm going to download C++. So GCC seems to be how you do it. And then G++. Alright, so here's what I need to know, right? Here's what I'm going to do. CD. Let me turn on my light here. It's starting to get dark. There we go. Alright, so we're going to touch compile. Comp, right, for compile, and then we will sublime that. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Subl comp. Alright, now we're going to add our shebang, right, and we're going to make something to compile the code for us, right? Simple. So I'm going to be doing C right now, so I don't need to worry about that. So it's going to be G++ and then $1. We're going to save that, go to view, syntax, bash, right? Now we got that. So basically when I run this code, I'm going to go /, oh, see, I need to chmod this. Change that. Okay, /, and then we're going to do we'll do comp by ourselves, right? It's going to give us an error, but right, it's invalid syntax, blah blah blah, but I'll be able, the first argument will be what I need to compile, and then there we go. So let's make a simple hello world script, right? How to make a hello world script in C++. Okay, and we get a code explanation, so this is good. We'll figure out how this works. I'm not doing all that. I'm just going to use the... So, it seems pretty simple, Comment line is a double slash. That's very good to know, right? And then this is a multi-block comment. Okay. Header file, include, some of the header files are, blah, 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 int main. The main function is required in any valid C++ programming. The curly brackets indicate where the role begins and ends. This role is where code execution begins. As the name implies, this is our program's key function and its function that starts the program's execution. The int here is the return type indicating to the compiler that the function will return an integer value. The return 0 declaration at the end of the main function is primarily for this purpose. So we're gonna go up here, right, and we're gonna see if this works, right? Boom, Control copy. I know I said don't just copy and paste it. And we are going to touch hello world.cpp subl hello world.cpp, and then comp should be there. There shouldn't be any other. Yep. All right, and then we're just going to Control V. We're going to go to View, Syntax, C++. It already detected that. And now we can test our comp. Completing mh commands are not available. -o. Oh, okay. World.cpp. It's compiling. Hopefully, okay, and we'll have an out, okay, /a out, and it's going to say hello world. So we know that's working. Let's move from here and code a simple little calculator, right? Let's see, how do we do that? So I know about namespaces. So namespaces are going to go here using namespace std. And I believe I can just do out. I do not remember as much as I thought. It's cout. That's what that is. Okay. Cout. And then it's going to be 2 back arrows. And then that with a semicolon. So we're going to go, and then this, and a semicolon here. And we will say cheese doodles. Save rm out comp. Oh, what is that? Hello world.cpp. Okay, we'll just do G++, right? And then we will do that, and that works. So if you use this, you don't have to do the std with the 2 semicolons and cout. It's just annoying. This means console out, right? So we know how to put things to the console, right? Now we can go like this. How to define an integer variable in C++. Type variable name equals value. Type is int string. Yeah, it's going to be int variable name and then equals with a semicolon. So we will go. I don't know why there are 2 things here. Okay, there we go. Int num1 1 equals 10 int num2 equals 20, right? And then, so we have that, right? Now we need to know how to add two integer variables in C++, right? How to add two numbers in C++. Okay, sum equals A plus B. And then I can see right here that this is how you put variables within a line. So we will say, let's go sum equals num1 plus num2, and then we will do the sum of the two numbers num1 and num2 is sum, and then we will save that, and we will rm a out, and we are going to g++ hello world.cpp. All right, we got an issue here. We need to declare that this is an int, right? An undeclared variable. That sucks. Okay, no issues. Now we are going to run it, and you can see the sum of the two numbers 10 and 20 is 30. So we're just going to add a space here, 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 oh, here, 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 and then it should right, that should work. Perfect. So now we know how to add integers, right? Now we're going to figure out how to get user input as an int in C++, right? Because we're going to make a calculator, so we want to make sure that they're only putting in integers. Okay, so int age, it looks like you declare your variable before you oh goodness, how would you explain that? You declare your variable before you define the variable, right? A declared variable can be an empty variable, right? So we're going to do this, right? Cout into it, and we're going to give them options here, right? Add, and we're just going to copy that. Oh, copy that. All right, so we need to add, subtract, multiply, divide. And then we're going to define. So you got to organize your code, right? So this will be variables. Actually, they're going to need, no, yeah, variables, right? Int opt, boom, define an empty variable. Now we can go syn into it, opt. I wonder if I can do this, cout option, right? We'll give that a nice little tab there, and then go like this, hold on. It'll be, I see in the end line, I believe I can use end line, yeah, so end L and then perfect. All right, so end line, and then we can go like this, actually, we're gonna put it into it, let's see, opt, right? Control save. Oh no. Yeah, that should define that. So we'll do, oh, so we got a lot of errors here, right? We're not going to care about that. I know the issue, right? I know what I need to look up. How to obtain user input and display text on the same line in C++. Okay, here we go. Yeah, because I don't like having to go down. I want to be able to do that, so trying to determine which user. Okay, so okay, I don't really like that, so I'm gonna try something here, right? Boom, control save, and we will try one more time. No errors. Cool. Alright, so they all printed on the same line though. That's weird. Let's figure this out. Okay, that is why end line is important, and I hate doing this, but you're going to have to, if you want everything to be on a separate line, you're going to have to, you're going to have to do the end line, because it lets the computer know that you don't want it on a new line. So maybe, because I didn't do end line, I can just Control X that, Control V, and then cout a space and do end line like that, right? And then we can do, actually, we'll cout the opt, right? We want to put out their option. So we're going to do that. Now we're going to do that. All right. 1, 1, perfect. Okay. So 2, 2, perfect. 3, 3, perfect. 4, 4, perfect. 5, 5, right? It doesn't have anything as far as that goes. But we have our option, which is good. That's what we want. Now that we have our options, we can go like this, right? Now we need to figure out how to define a variable in C, or no, not a variable, function in C++. Alrighty, return type, function name, parameter, okay. So let's see. It's going to be an integer. So we will do this all within the main function, right? How to call functions in C++. Okay, so it looks like we can do something like this where it returns the integer. So it kind of gave us what we were looking for. And we can define that. So we'll do int add, right? Do this, do that. And then we will go let's figure out how to do if statements. How to do if statements in C++. Right? So if condition, if else. All right. We want to do else if, right? This looks like it'll get complicated quick, but that's okay. So it's going to be if, and then on that same line right here, you're going to do your else if, and then on that same line right here, you're going to do else. So we're going to go here, right? We're going to get rid of this, right? And we're going to go if, perfect, right? And then else if, right? And then we need another one, else if, and then we need another one, right? So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to need an else. Let's see what the options are here. Okay, we'll just do else, and then I believe it's going to be just like that. Let me take a look here. Else, yeah, there's no condition. Obviously, with else, it means anything else. So, if okay, so if time is greater than 10, okay, so, cool. So, if opt is not equal, or no, is equal to 1, then we're going to call the add function, right? Opt equals 2, we're going to call the subtract function. Opt equals 3, we're going to call the multiply function. Or we don't even have to do, yeah, we'll have to do, we can change this. And then if opt equals 4, we are going to call the divide function, and then else we're going to do options, and then we're going to go int options, delete, boom, boom, and boom, and then we are going to call options, right? That should work. Now, we don't have this here, but we can do cout, right? Number, or no, we'll do first number, and then we will do sin. Oh, see, we have to define it. so up here, right, this is all local, so int first, no, we'll just do num1, num2. I seen on that other code that you can define multiple variables of the same type within one line just by separating them with commas. So we're going to do that, and then we are also going to do sum. Right? So now we have all of that. We are good to go. Send into num1, and then we're going to go like that. And then we're going to do cout second number. Let's edit this a little bit here so it looks more professional here. All right, we have all our semicolons, which is good to keep track of. And then we're going to send num2, boom, and then int sum, or no, yeah, int sum equals num1 plus num2, and then we're going to do, we probably can do this down here. I want to try something. Cout sum of your numbers, sum end line, right? And then that should be right there. Okay, now we are just going to go like this, go like this, and then we're going to go to subtract, right? And we're going to go like this. We're going to go like multiply, and we're going to go like this, and we're going to go divide. Okay, so let's run over our code and make sure that we have everything here, right? You see I added that. We can take this out. There's no need for that. Main function definition area below. Perfect. Okay, so we have our main function, right? We have our variables, right? We call our function here, and the reason I did that is so that you can do, if they put in a number that's not 1, 2, 3, 4, then you can just go back to options, right? I can also do cout and then go error must be within the options. And then we can go end line. Right? All right, now we need to check to make sure that we have all of our semicolons at the end of everything, which we do. Now we're going to save that, and we're going to compile this to see if we have any errors. Ooh. Hello-world.cpp. Okay, so we have a couple. Function definition is not allowed here before token, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no, or replace parentheses with braces to value initialize a variable. Remove the parentheses to default initialize variable. Okay, so, whoop, boom. We will see if that saves our butt, which it does not. If error expected unqualified ID before else. Unqualified ID. Unexpected declaration before. Unexpected bloop before bloop, right? So it's on the right tab. It is in the right area. All right, so we're running into an issue with defining a function within a function, so we need to figure that out. How to define a function within a function in C++. Can we have functions inside of functions? Int main void a, code a, return. Boom. I think. Okay, so it's weird, but we just won't worry about it, right? We will go like this, Control X, and boom, and then boom. And why are you... Okay, there we go. That was weird. Save, and let's try and give this a try. Okay, we still have many more issues here. Maybe because we are just calling that word, right? Maybe we need to define that it is a function. Okay, so warning, no return statement in function, returning we go up here and we can go right here. And go return 0. Right? Now we can try it one more time. Opt was not declared in this scope. Okay, we will remove our variables. And define them outside of everything. Right? Perfect. Alright, try this one more time. No issues. So we're going to go... Alright, we're going to try 5. Error must be within options. Bloop, bloop. Oh. So, it didn't let me do that. It didn't let me do that. Don't know why. If opt equal 1 and boom. Okay, so we're going to just go here and remove U, Control V, right, and go here, and then else, okay. Now, let's see. Alright. 1, 12, 4. It is still returning 0. So I'm going to change that to sum and see if that helps. That is still not working. I do not know why. So let us figure out why. How to add 2 variables in C. Oh, look at that. perfect, right there. Okay, so I need to define that user input is an int, which it is. I define that. Maybe if I go here, here, Control save, let's redo this. See, I didn't think so. All right. So we are going to try this again. Maybe because Control X. All right, let's try that. Okay, so no issues there. Add 12, 1 to 4, perfect. All right, perfect. So we made a simple calculator, right? We can just select something and do it. Very basic. Now, why do we create that? Why do we need to know how to make a simple calculator, right? What is the reason for that? Well, as I said, it teaches you the important things. Right here, I now know how to define a variable, specifically an integer, but it works always. You have integers, strings, floats, booleans, all those fancy things. I know how their headers work, right? Which is, it's like imports in Python. That's basically what that is. Namespace, so it makes typing a little bit easier. I know that I have to have a return statement and a main function within every single C++ script. I learned how to put things to the screen. I learned how to get user input and how to add and divide, multiply, subtract variables, integers specifically, that the user defines and that are self-defined, right? And why are these vital? Oh, and we learned if else, and else statements. Why are these things important? Well, let's go and open my reference, right? If you see here, right, a lot of this is defining a variable, doing something with that variable, and if I can't do something with that variable, do something else, right? A lot of coding is just if this, then that, if not this, then the other thing. So you see here, else, else if, else if, else if, else if, else if. And then within that else if else, right? And then we define a function. So we know how to define a function. We know how to do an if-else statement. We know how variables work. We know how numbers react. And we know how to put something to the screen. Those are the three main things you need to know when starting to learn how to code. So, with that being said, what do you need to do? You need to figure out what you want to code, figure out how to do it, and code away. And as you progress, right, the reason I do it this way, the very vital reason I do it this way, is because it teaches me how to handle errors. If you couldn't tell, right, I learned that I cannot define a direct variable within, or a direct function within a different, within a variable, right? I learned that. Very simple thing to learn. I learned that if I want to not have everything show up on the same line, make sure I put my end line alertation there. So it's just, you learn the very vital things that you need to start coding something. And I feel like it's important to do that. Now, I'm going to be working on off camera because I need to do a lot of research. I will not do the research. I'll post this video and you let me know if you want to see the research done. And if so, I will figure out how to live stream that, because that seems like something that's going to take a while. I do not have a mic, so it might be a silent live stream. I currently use my iPhone and just transfer the audio to my computer and then put it all in one. So if I can figure out a way to live stream audio from my phone and video from my computer. Sorry, I'm tired. Then I will do that, and if not, then I'll just do it off camera. But if you guys would like to see that, let me know, and I will create a small video updating you guys on what the play is for that. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Before I go, I should be able to just open this. It's not an executable, but I should be able to. Yeah, I can't. But normally, when you get your output of a code, you can just click on it and open it like a regular exe. But actually, let's take a look at this, right? Let's look at the computed file. That looks like a bunch of nothing. Let's go like this. There we go. Look at all this, right? So that's what library it's using. This defines the option, maybe? I don't know. And then this is the compiling information right here. STIN used, of course, and L is used. Weird. I don't know what all this means. If you do, I am so sorry. Or if you can find a video that does, please let me know, and I will be more than happy to figure that out. If not, and you would like to know what the compilation information is on a C++ code, I will do my research and then make a video about it. Now, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And as always, oh, I'm getting a call. Okay. Anyway, as always, thank you.